welcome back to my channel. Hopefully you here learn. Alright, so let's get started. So today's lesson we're going to be learning about multiplying 2 digits by 2 digits. Alright, so this is a bigger step in multiplication for 4th grade. So let's see our learning goal. So our TIC today is 4.4c and our learning goal is I can represent the product of 2 digit numbers using area models, standard equations, partial products, and lattice method. All right, so let's get to it. So our first strategy we're going to be learning is standard equation. So standard equation is what we normally do, right? Oh, let's use a regular color. Is we have 27, okay? 27 times 18. Normally you would do 27 times 2 or 7 times 3. This is what standard equation looks like. Okay, so we already know how to do this or this, but now we're going to this, right? So don't be scared. I'm going to teach you, and then if you have any questions, just come and talk to me and I'll help you with it, okay? All right, so standard equation. So what this is that we always have to make sure that we're following the rules, okay? And the first rule is that this and this have to multiply, okay? So 8 times 7 is 56, okay? So my 6 goes down here and my 5 goes up there because remember, this is one place value. So this is the ones and this is the tens. 2 digits cannot go in one place value, okay? It has to go on to the next place value. My 5 has to go to my 10th place area, okay? This is the ones, this is the tens. 2 digits cannot go in one place value, okay? All right, so let's go. So now we multiply 8 times 2, okay? 8 times 2 is 16. Plus 5, okay? Remember this, plus 5 is 21, okay? Now, but our next thing is, step 2 is we always add a 0 in our ones area, okay? Always add the 0, no matter what. Why? Because this is in the tens place area, okay? And when we multiply, it doesn't go in the ones place area. It goes right here in the tens place area, okay? All right, so let's do this again. So 1 times 7. 1 times 7 is 7. We know that, okay? Oh, let me do this in another color. Okay, now we do the next one. 1 times 2. Okay, 1 times 2 is 2. Answer, I got 270. Now, the next step is we add this up. Okay, 6 plus 0, 6. 1 plus 7, 8. 2 plus 2, 4. Okay, and there we go. That is our answer. 486. All right, so let's review the steps, okay? So step 1, okay? We're going to multiply the ones. Oh, I'm sorry. We're multiplying 8 times 7 and then 8 times 2, okay? Step 2 is add the 0, okay? So we did that right here. And then step 3, we're multiplying 1 times 7 and 1 times 2. And then step 4 is to add them up. Okay? Then step 5, celebrate. Celebrating. Celebrate. Okay? Because we got the answer. Alright, so let's move on to another one. Okay? So we did standard equation. Check. Let me just highlight that. Now let's move on to area models. Okay? Area models right here. So let's see what that looks like. For area models, okay, what I want to do is, and I'm just going to use the same numbers so that way we don't really get confused on stuff, okay? What I want to do is, my first thing is to decompose, okay? Decompose the numbers. So decomposing, remember when we decompose numbers, we see two numbers that are visually there, okay? So when I decompose 27, I'm decomposing it to its value, okay? The value of 7 is 7, and the value of the 2 is in the tens place, so that means the value of 2 is 20, all right? So same thing, when we decompose 18, I'm decomposing it to its value. The value of 8 is 8 because that's in the ones place, and the value of 1 is 10 because that is in the tens place. Okay, so that's what that means. You're decomposing number to its value. Okay, excuse me. Second step is to draw the box. Okay, so let's draw our box and draw 4 boxes. Okay, so over here I have 27 and 10 and 8. Okay, 27. So with this box, okay, I'm multiplying whichever's touching it, 20 and 10, okay? If you remember, 20 times 10, that's really big number, okay? That's really big number. But if you remember the power of 10, okay, so all I have to do is just multiply 20 times 1. That'll give me 20. How many zeros am I adding? Just 1. So my answer is 200. Okay, power of 10. Check. Thank you, power of 10. All right, next number. Let's look at this. 10 and 7. Okay, so that means I'm multiplying 10 times 7. And every time you do this, I want you to write it out, okay? Oops. Write it out because I want to see what you're doing, okay? And I want you to make sure that you're doing the steps correctly. All right, 10 times 7. Okay, now you can either know 10 times 7 is a certain number, or again, power of 10, really simple. 7 times 1 is what? 7 times adding how many zeros? Just 1, 70. Okay, now next box, okay, 8 and 20. So that means 20 times 8. So let's see. 20 times, what did I say? 8. Okay, now I know I don't have I don't have a 10 here, but but guess what? You can still do a power of 10 because 20 is another number that has 10 inside. How many tens does 20 have? 2, right? 10 plus 10, 20, okay? So I can still technically do the power of 10. So this is what that looks like. 2 times 8, okay? 2 times 8, what is that? 16, right? How many zeros am I adding? 1. Bam! All right? You don't know the multiples of 20. Guess what? I don't either. I don't need to, right? I'm using the power of 10 to help me out. 2 times 8, 16. Add how many zeros? Just 1. And my answer is 160. Okay? Next one. 8 and 7. Okay? So 8 times 7. Again, I am writing everything out because I want to make sure I'm doing the steps correctly. 8 times 7, 56. Okay? I have to know that my multiples, 856. Okay? So, step 1, decompose. Check. Step 2, draw the box. Check. Step 3, multiply. Okay? Check. Step 4, add them up. Okay? So I have 200 160, and I'm just going to kind of put this in order because I don't want to lose my place value. 70 and 56. 200, 160, 200, 160, 70, and 56. Okay, now with this, I am making sure everything is in its correct place value. I'm not putting it sloppy, not doing that. Okay, 0 plus 0 plus 0 plus 6, 6. 0 plus 6, 6. Plus 7, plus 5. Sorry about that. 6 plus 7 plus 5, 18. Okay. 1 plus 2 plus 1, 3. And my answer is 386. Oh, sorry. 4. 486. Is that what we got up here? Yes. 486. Step 5, celebrate because you got the correct answer. Okay. So let's go over the steps. So we did decomposing. Okay. Oops, I don't want the color. Okay, we decomposed the numbers. Yes, we did it right here. We drew the box, check. We multiplied correctly, check, because I even showed my work right here. Okay, and we add them up, check. And I made sure that everything was in its correct place value. Amazing. Okay, so let's go back up here. And we did area model. Okay, good job. So now let's move on to lattice method. Okay, lattice method. Kind of sounds like a pie. Lattice method. So with the lattice method, we're going to use the same numbers so that way we do it correctly, okay? So 27 times 18, okay? So the first step is we're going to decompose the number, but this time not by its value, by just the digits, okay? By the digits, okay? So what does that mean? Well, okay, my two digits that make up 27 are obviously 2 and 7. Okay, my two digits that obviously make up 18 is 1 and 8. And that's it. Okay, we're not doing it by its value. We're doing it by its digits. Okay, so step 2 is to draw the box. Okay, draw the box. It's going to look similar to the area model one, but not quite. Okay, so just like the area model, you draw the box here, and then you draw diagonal lines like this. Okay, like this. On all the boxes. So that way it looks like that. It should not look something like this, okay? This is totally wrong, okay? They have to go in order. Alright, so when I draw my box, I just put the numbers on top and on the side. 2 and 7, 1 and 8, okay? So, step 1, decompose the number by its digits, and then step 2, draw the box. Step 3, multiply, okay? So when we're multiplying, I'm going to put all my math to the side, okay? So let's start off here. Let's start off with this one, 1 and 7, okay? 1 times 7, I know that's going to be 7, okay? So because in this area right here, okay, in this area, I have 2 slots I have to fill. I'm going to put my 7 in the ones place value and a 0 in the, oops. I'm going to put a 7 in the ones place value, which is here, in this area, and a 0 in the tens place value because I have nothing in my tens. My 7 is the ones, not in the tens area. Okay, so that means this is the ones, this is the ones, this is the ones. And that would mean that this is the tens area, tens and tens. Okay, so keep that in mind. If you have just one number, put in the ones digit place. Unless you have two numbers like 10, 11, 12, 18, then the ones goes in the tens, and the other number goes in the ones, okay? So keep that in mind. All right, so let's move on to 1 and 2. 1 times 2, I know that's going to be 2. Again, putting my 2 in my ones place area and a 0 in my tens place area. Let's go with this one, 8 and 7. Oops, I know 8 times 7 is going to be 56. So this, I have two numbers, okay, two digits. So I put a 6 in my ones and a 5 in my tens area. Okay. Next one, 8 and 2. 8 times 2, I know that's going to be 16. Again, I put a 6 in my ones and a 2 in my tens place. Oh, sorry. I put a ones in my tens place area. Okay. So get out your colors because we're going to color. Okay. You're going to add this up. Okay. Anything diagonally. Okay. Anything when it's touching diagonally, you're going to add those up. Okay. So this gets added up because it's diagonally from each other. Then this gets added. Okay. And then lastly, this gets added by itself. So we have 4 areas where we're going to color in. 1, 2, 3, 4. And they're going to be added diagonally, okay? They're not going to be added this way, okay? No, we're not doing that. They're going to be added diagonally. So 6 plus nothing is 6. That's in my ones area. Now moving on to my ones. Tens. 7 plus 5 plus 6. Okay, that's going to be 18. So that's in my tens area. Then in my hundreds. Okay, my 100. 0 plus 2 plus 1. That is 3. Oh, sorry, I forgot to add the 1. Okay, so 7 plus 5 plus 6 is 18. I added the 8 there. And I did forget to add the 1. Okay, so my 1, remember, 2 digits can now go here in the tens area. No. My 1 has to go up here in the hundreds area. It goes to the next place value, okay? So we look at that again. 1 plus 2 plus 1, and that's 4. Okay? So my number is what? 486. And that's it. So it's kind of like the area model, except you're not adding the big numbers. You're adding kind of smaller numbers. Okay? But just remember, you have to divide up the boxes evenly and you have to color it in. Okay? If the coloring helps you, color it in. If not, then just make sure that you're doing this diagonally. Okay? Diagonally, and diagonally. All right, so let's look at the steps again. So step 4 was to add them up. Oops. Okay. So step 1, decompose the number by its digits. Yes. Step 2, draw the box. Yes. Step 3, multiply. Step 4, add them up diagonally. Okay. I did diagonally sign diagonally. All right. So we just did lattice method. We can go ahead and highlight that. And now we are going to do partial product. Okay. So with partial product, we are going to make sure that everything gets split up into its values. So let's look at a new number, okay? Let's look at 46 times 24. Okay, when I do this, I want to make sure I stack them up so that way I don't get confused with what I'm doing first, okay? So with this one, we don't have to necessarily break them up, but what we are going to do is write the steps on the side. All right, so just kind of like standard equation, okay? We're going to multiply the numbers except this time we're multiplying the values of each other. What does that mean, Mr. Rios? Okay, so let me explain this to you. So 4 times 6, okay? I'm going to write that down. 4 times 6. Because my 4 and a 6 are in the ones place value, right? So I'm multiplying 4 times 6. 4 times 6 is 24, okay? I know that. Now, the next one I'm going to do is 4 times this other 4 right here. Okay, 4 times, but this other 4 right here is in what value? Okay, we know it's in the tens place value, so that means the value of 4 is going to be 40. Okay, and same principle, 4 times 4, okay, it's 16. How many zeros am I adding? 0. So my answer is going to be 160. Okay, power of 10. Thank you, power of 10. Check. Okay, remember, even though I don't have a 10, 40 is made up of several tens. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so that's what I mean. Power of 10. Thank you, power of 10. All right, so let's move on. So now I'm done with the 4. Now I'm moving on to this 2. Okay, it's a 2, and the place value of 2 is in the tens place, and the value of the 2 is 20. Okay, 20. So now I'm going to multiply this 20 times 6. Oops. Okay, and remember, because of power of 10, 2 times 6, okay, is 12, plus how many zeros? 1. 120. Okay, so now I'm going to multiply this value of 2 times this value of 4. Okay, the value of 2 is 20 times the value of 4, which is 40. Okay, again, big numbers. Thank you, power of 10. All I have to do is just multiply 4 times 2, which is 8. How many zeros I'm adding? 1 here and 1 here. 2. Okay, and then the next thing, all we have to do is just add them up. So I'm going to add up, okay, put them in order from least to greatest. Okay, 0 plus 0 plus 0 plus 4, 4, 0 plus 6 plus 2 plus 2, okay, 10, 8 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1, 11. Okay, you see how everything is in its correct place value? Okay, I'm not doing sloppy work. Okay, so my answer is 1,104. Okay, so let's review the steps. The first thing I did was multiplying by the values. Okay, and then lastly, all I did was just add them up. Okay, I multiply the values and I have here to show my work, and then I add them up. Check. And again, when I'm adding, I'm making sure each of them are in its correct place value. Okay, so let's look at what we got. So we did partial product. Okay, we did lattice method, we did area model, and we did standard equation. Okay, so again, if you have any questions, please come and talk to me, and I hope this helps. Other than that, I hope you have a good day. Bye.